Welcome back to the final day of the course. Today we will build a blog website from scratch. The reason for choosing to build a blog website is that it will involve all the basic concepts that we discussed so far, and also it is a simple idea. The features that a website will have are sign up, login, create the blog, display the blogs. In this video, let's create the front end part of the website. For better understanding and to gain experience, code with us parallelly. We have nothing while starting. Let's end up with something big. Let's start with sign up page. For our convenience, let's do HTML and CSS side by side, and this will help us to understand how the elements and their styles coordinate. To do that, go to View, Layout and Columns 2. Let's use left side for the HTML and right side for the CSS. Now create a new file, save it as signup.php for the sign up page. And another one for CSS and named it as child1.css. And let's start to coding. Type HTML, and this is the default template generated by Sublime. Let's give the title as sign up. Save the file, and to see how it is worked, we will be checking the output periodically. Go to the localhost and open the PHP file we have just created, signup.php. Obviously, there is nothing in the page except title as sign up in the tab bar. Now let's get into the body part. First, let's create a div element. Let's put our code inside it. First, let's give the heading for our page. Give it as within h1 tab, h1 sign up. Since sign up page is basically a form to get the input from the user, so let's create a form. Usually the sign up will have the input fields such as the username, display name, phone number and password. The username and the display name will be used in the site, and phone number and password will be used while login. So let's get the 4 inputs from the user. First, let's create the input for the username. Input type equal to text and name equal to username. And we are going to learn a new attribute for the input tag called placeholder. This will produce a default text in the input tags. Give the placeholder as username. Let's see how it works while seeing the output. They give the attributes as required. Without filling these fields, the user can't submit the form. Similarly, we can create other 3 fields. Just copy and paste it. For the display name also, obviously type equal to text. Change the name as dname for display name, and in placeholder change as display name. Paste it again. For getting phone number, change the type equal to number and name equal to phno for phone number. Change the placeholder as phone number. And paste it again. For getting password, so give the type as type equal to password, name equal to pwd for password, and give the placeholder as password. Finally, create a button to submit the form data, so give the type as type equal to submit, and the text inside the type button will be sign up. That's all the HTML part for sign up. Let's see how it looks. All our HTML elements are appearing in the page. So now let's start to adding styles to our page to make it look more attractive. Now let's start the CSS by linking the CSS to the HTML. Since it is external CSS, we can link them with the help of the link tag. Link. Within href we have to give the path of the file. Since both signup.php and style1.css are in the same folder. We can just give the name of our CSS file, style1.css. Let's start styling with the body. Let's first change the font of the body. All the text we want must be in sans serif font. So give the font family as sans serif. Font family to sans serif. Now let's give the background color for the page. Let's give the shade of the gray. We can use the color code hashtag DE. You can get the color code for the color in the Google, or else you can simply give the name of the color. To get the unique colors and different colors, we can use the color codes. This color is the shade of the gray. Let's see the output. See here, the font has been changed and our page background color is gray. Now let's start creating the container. Dot container, curly braces. Let's give the background color for the container as white. Background color white. Usually container appears as box. It might not look well. We don't want the sharp edges. We can make our container with the rounded corners. So give the border radius as 15 pixels. This will make our container with the rounded edges. Let's give a box shadow to the container. Box shadow. Give the top and left value as 0 pixels and with blur 8 pixels. And give the color as gray. Now let's see the output. Oh, nothing has changed. Because we didn't give the class as container in development. We want all our elements to be in the center of the container. So give the text align as the center. This will make all our elements to appear in center. So let's go to the development and give the class as container. Class equal to in double quotes container. And now it will be working. Go to the page and refresh it. See here, all our elements are wrapped into the container. Let's specify the width of the container inside the element. Style equal to in double quotes width equal to. Initially we can give it as 400 pixels. Now let's see the output. Now the width of the container has been changed, but it's not in the center. To make this center, create dot container hyphen center. Open the curly braces. Give the position as absolute and top 50%, left 50%, and this transform translate will center the container according to the screen size. Transform translate minus 50%, comma minus 50%. Add this inside the class container hyphen center. Save it and let's see the output. Our container is appearing in the center of the page. Now let's add the height to the container so that we style the elements inside the container. It won't overflow outside the container. So go to the style part of the development and add the height to the container. Give that height as 300 pixels. Now add the style to the h1 tag. First let's change the font weight to the normal. to remove the bold. Now let's change the input and button. Input comma button. Let's give the border radius as 25 pixels. Give the margin as 20 pixels to make the spread out. Margin 20 pixel. Now let's see how it appearing in the web page. Now if I click in the input field, there is a nasty blue outline around it. To remove it, we can give the outline to none. Go to the CSS part and give outline for none. This will remove the nasty blue line. Let's see how it works. Again, go and click it. Now the blue line, it's not appearing. Let's proceed to style the input tags. Input within curly braces. Specify the height as 30 pixels. For the width, since we have given the width of the container as 400 pixels, let's give the width of this as 250 pixels. Width 250 pixels. Give the border to the input fields with a thickness of 1px and the solid style. Border 1px solid. Now let's see the output. Refresh the page. The height and width of the input element has been changed and border has been added. Now the password and sign up button has came out of the container. It's not enough. So increase the height of the div element to 500 pixels. Okay, now it can accommodate all the elements. Let's try to give the values to the input fields. You may notice that the font size is very small and the text is sticking to the edge. To resolve this, let's add text indent and font size to the input. Text indent, let's give it as 10 pixels and let's increase the font size to 18 pixels. As the input problems are taken care of, let's move on to the button. Let's make our button to appear a little bigger. So give the height of the button as 40 pixels, but not wider. So give the width as say 130 pixels. We certainly don't want any border around the button. So give the border as 0 pixels. Now let's give the background color for the button. Background color equal to hashtag 14B005. This is a shade of a green. Now if you may ask, how you know the color's value? It is always recommended to choose the colors before development. Since the background color is green, let's change the text color to white. So give the color as white. And set the font size to 20 pixels. We need to give the text in the button to be bigger than the input field. and a new property called cursor. If I give the value as pointer, whenever the cursor is forward, the cursor will change into a pointer. Let's see now how the output changed. Refresh the page. See here, when I overthrow the sign up button, the cursor is changed into a small hand pointing to it. Now when we type something in the input field, it stays the same and looks exactly as others. Let's change it. The focus selector is pretty much like the hover, but this will start working when the element is selected. So when we type, the active field must change. Input focus. Let's change the border here to 1.5 pixels thickness. And the green shade we used for the button. Now let's see how it is appearing. As we expected, the border has changed when we typed. But the elements looks little off in the height. So let's add the margin to the top of the H1. Margin top. Let's give it as 40 pixels. And now let's see the final output. And now this looks perfect. And at last, we successfully completed the front end of the sign up page. Now that we have completed the sign up, let's move on to login. Login is going to be easy since all we need is already in sign up. But before that, to go to login, we need a way. So let's add a span tag. Type span. And let's type already a user. Then add anchor tag to the login.php, which we are going to create. href equal to login.php. Then we can give the name for the anchor tag as login. Now we can go to login. Go and refresh the page. The span tag is added. The height seems to be little off, so let's add some height to the container. Go to the height and change the height as 550 pixels. Oh, no, it's too big. Let's reduce it a little. We can change it as 530 pixels. Now it's perfect. Now we can create a login page. Go to the Sublime and create a new file. You can also use Ctrl+N for creating a new file. Save the file as login.php. Go to signup.php and copy all the contents from there and paste it in login.php. At first, change all signup into login. Select all signup using Ctrl and change it into login. We have done it. And then we don't want the username input field and display name input field for the purpose of login. So let's remove them. Remove username and display name input fields. And there is a small modification we have to done in the span tag. Change already an user to new user. If the user is new, then direct them to sign up page. So inside the anchor tag, first change the name for the anchor tag, change it into sign up from login, and then inside the href attribute, change the file name as signup.php. Now let's see the output. In the URL, change the signup.php into login.php. Then login.php will be opened. See here, the height and width are not suitable since it is designed for sign up. So let's go on and change the height and width. Let's change height and width of the container. Let's give height as 400 pixels. Now it's look perfect. And we can also change the width. Okay, we can give width as 350 pixels. Now that we have changed the dimensions, let's check the output. It looks perfect. If you notice that we didn't change anything in CSS. The only thing we changed is height and width of the container. That's why we gave the height and width of the container in the inline CSS. If you click the sign up hyperlink, it will be directed to sign up page, and in the sign up page, if you click the login hyperlink, it will be directed to login page. That's it. The front end part of the login and sign up are done.